morning.
Woo! Welcome. Up early this morning. Hey, Kay.
Hey, Babs.
Welcome to the new time of
I
LoveBabz
know.
Love Talk. You up early, girl. You up early.
I'm up early. Girl, you had me working.
Well, you know
Oh,
what? I know Jamaicans. They up early anyway. I know you up early.
girl, I've been on the phone.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm good.
You are. How's your
Yeah.
people?
My people are good. They're good. My sister is taking. Well, I only have one brother that I haven't heard anything from, so everybody else is fine. But so my sister is taking that pressure. It's her job to go find him. She lives in Jamaica longer than me, so she, especially in our district, so she kind of like know other people to reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. So yeah, so she's doing that.
Okay. I mean, Kay, coming from the Caribbean, the way that you are, y'all are not strangers to storms, but something about this storm. It's been a long time since a storm of this magnitude has come through.
It's never happened. This is the first. Category 5.
Category 5.
Uh-huh.
So, did you hear from people prior to, like, I know y'all were tracking it and paying very close attention.
Mm-hmm. And people were preparing. I would say of all the storms, I would say we were very prepared for this one in terms of early evacuation, the storm preparedness announcements were going out. And again, with social media, it allowed, everybody, because my husband, my newly retired husband now, we watched following a lot of influencers in Jamaica. And so they were doing their part in, if you're living in the low lying areas, it's time to, evacuate and so on and so forth. So I think that the country itself was prepared in a sense. I mean, you do have some stubborn people they're not going to leave their homes regardless, right? But I don't think anybody expected a storm to just sit there for so long and just
Yeah,
saturate the island. And, so yeah.
yeah. And so, how much communication did you have with folks?
Prior,
Yeah,
a
prior
lot.
to and then after the storm, because I'm sure power went out.
Power is out. The communication is kind of like, I think Flow went online yesterday. So people were driving miles to get signal, especially from the heavily hit areas.
And which of
So
those? Do you know?
St. Elizabeth, St. James, Montego Bay, um, but St. Elizabeth, which is the bread basket of Jamaica, and the reason why it's called the bread basket is because a lot of our foods come from there.
Hmm.
It supplies the island,
Hmm.
and that was really devastated. The hospital was demolished, roads washed away, homes gone. It's a lot. I don't think we were really mentally prepared. Like basically just stopped watching the coverage because it is a lot.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So how soon did you all start mobilizing here to start collecting donations? Because now, I didn't realize you had so many places. You have Possible Futures, Schubert Theater, because you're on that board.
I am.
Anthony McDonald is of Jamaican descent. The African
Azaria.
American Lodge.
So we have the African American Society. We actually today I'm going to the Masonic Lodge. So we have so we started by just talking to the Schubert because I just figured it would have been, a lot easier. But then when we realized the magnitude of what was happening, we knew we had to basically spread our wings. And the thing about Jack, I will say, is that we have a really good partnership with a lot of our community. And so everybody was like, hey, count me in. I'm here to help.
The Jamaican American Connection,
Yes.
which is how old, Kay? When did this get started?
15 years with the babies. We started in 2010.
Wow. And you started it because you saw a need to sort of connect people?
Connect. As my mother would say, I love company. I'm an only child for my mother, so I like people. I that's just me. But I do know that when people come together, regardless, we learn from each other. We share. We network. Our network is our net worth, and for our organization, it is showing that the network that we have created this is part of the benefit. This is a part of the benefit. We're able to be able to do something for home.
Hmm. I mean, but you're no stranger to that because you all periodically send stuff home. Barrels. I mean, that's a real historically that's a real thing.
Hmm.
The sending barrels home to people, not so much just because they need it, but because they need it. It's just what y'all do.
Yeah, it's a Caribbean thing. It's a Caribbean thing. It's easier to pack a barrel and send it home. But in the case of disasters, the earthquake in Haiti, the storms, the hurricane that was in Dominica, like it's easy as a community of islands that we're gonna separate, support each other and just
Mm-hmm.
be there for each other. And I mean, I know like some people were like, you know, why didn't y'all just leave? We can't just leave. We
I
need
know, right? You just
can't just
can't just.
leave. We need visas to leave. You need to have resources, but we listen. We're resilient people, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna rebuild. You know, we're gonna rebuild.
Of course, you're gonna rebuild. I mean, it's gonna take some time,
Yes.
right? Uh, you're gonna rebuild. You probably already started having those kinds of conversations with people. Uh,
What I haven't. I've just been like, okay, I need to get this. I need to organize shipping. Just I'm doing this right now, and then I move on. The conversation I was having, which is another heavy conversation I was having with my girlfriend who used to run the Nathan Banks Foundation in Jamaica. She's now here. And she was like, hey, part of the conversation is what about the severely disabled community? We haven't heard
mm,
that conversation. I was like, oh my gosh, girl, that's one more thing, So we're going to have to be able to now look for resources in who is keeping a tab on that population and the elderly, because the elderly, yeah,
so,
but I would
okay, how is Jamaica governed? Is it you don't have a mayor, right? It's a prime minister.
we
Like
have a
who?
prime minister, we
Okay.
have a governor general, we have mayors, council people. So it's still layers of people who is in charge of the people, right? And they're doing a very good job from what I've seen so far. They're doing a great job. I mean, in the past, sometimes a storm, I think we have learned a lot, especially after Beryl. We have learned a lot about how to take care of the communities, and the communities are taking care of the communities. So Jamaicans are taking care of Jamaicans. So if you're driving down the road and the road is blocked, somebody is gonna say, "Don't go no further. The road is blocked or the road is impassable." But the community is working together, and they're
Hmm.
working together also. Because the roads were impassable, the prime minister did his tour via helicopter and went into the communities and spoke to the people, and their council people did the same thing. And so this is how they're looking for the needs. But you also have the ingenuity. You have people who have access to satellite communication, right? Who's on social media getting the names of people, and then they go look for them just to
Mm.
let them know if they're okay. So it's kind of like everybody has galvanized and doing the best that they can with what they have. If you have food, you go feed this person. If this person lose their house, you can sleep over here. I mean, it's the community. They're just coming together because that's what you do. And I mean, that's what people do. They take care of each
Yes.
other.
you sent me the footage from the Blue Mountain, and that broke my heart because we know that space, right? We traveled up that space, and to sort of, and, I was telling my listening audience before you came on, I was like, it was already challenging to drive that thing.
It really was.
So now it's washed out. I was like,
So
Lord, how those people gonna get up and down? I do not know,
so they
but
so
you
it's gonna
said it.
be it's gonna be longer, right? So where we went through Kingston and St. Andrew. So we went through Papine. Now they have to now go through St. Thomas or Portland, which is a much longer route. How they gonna fix those roads? I don't know.
Mm.
Because it's the side of a mountain, you know? And I found out that it's also almost time for the coffee beans to be harvested.
Oh, oh,
So it's like, yeah, it's a
oh.
lot. It's just so interesting how there's a lot of moving parts.
So what kinds of things, Kay, do you want people? Tell us all the places where you can drop off. I was at Possible Futures yesterday, and I saw the barrel. People were coming in. They've got
Yes.
stuff lined up. Let me tell
Yes,
you
I'm
something.
actually gonna retrieve some of the stuff so she can get her bookstore back today. Okay, so we have New Haven, the Possible Futures, Schubert and Bloom.
Oh, Bloom. Okay.
Yes, and in Bridgeport we have Natural Annie Essentials.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
Right, and Grill Too. In Hamden we have Faith Acts for Education, and that's located in the Concord building.
Hmm.
We have the African American Society, and we also have Hamden Town Hall.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And in Stamford, we have, let me make sure I get this right, Stamford Family Vision Center. And in Torrington, we have Ford of Torrington.
You have got to be proud, Kay, the way people are stepped up. And I don't even think you're asking people. I think people are like, hey, how can
Hey,
we help?
yes, yes. Because today we have three more added to that list. We have the Masonic Lodge on Gough Street.
Okay.
We have Yale Divinity School and Grail. And Grail just opened on Chapel Street.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so people just reach out. They just say, "Hey, how can we help? We want to help." And so that's it's a good thing. It
It
really
makes
is a
me
good thing.
happy, Kay, because right now in our country,
Oh.
people are so anti-immigrant, so anti, that sentiment. But this
Hmm.
shows that, people maybe that is not the overarching message that people are wanting to help their fellow man in any way that they can. I mean, just by the outpouring of support.
Yes, it really is. It's kind of like you have one narrative here, but the true narrative is here within the
Hmm.
people, and we know that we thrive together as a community, as a country, and we're all interconnected, regardless of what others are saying. We're truly without borders with our hearts. And so, yeah, it became over. It's becoming overwhelming in a sense where everybody's asking. So we now have to be even a little bit more strategic in how we accept new spaces, right? Because one of the things we don't want to overwhelm even a very small business,
Hmm.
like, let's say, for instance, Omar. you know
Omar Sangster, who owns that beautiful barbershop space and where
yeah,
you are housed, your salon on
yeah,
uh, on uh,
on
on
Dixwell.
Dixwell Avenue.
Right. Because his space is small. So we're not we as much as how we know people want to help, sometimes we don't really want to go in because it can be overwhelming, you
Hmm.
know? But here we are and we're doing it, and we're very mindful that effectively tomorrow a lot of
Yeah.
changes within the families here.
Yeah.
with, with
Yeah.
SNAP. And, you have kind of like that guilt, that tug of war. But again, with every problem, we find a solution. Because one of the things that we know is, because we're hoping to ship by December, because
Okay.
it doesn't even make sense. We try to push things now. All the people who have resources, the private jets, their friends are, loaded, the private jets to fly things in, and all the other organizations that this is what they do in all over the world. We're just gradually building. So one of the things is, anything for 2025 food kind cannot go to Jamaica. It will then be donated to the food pantry here, because by the time it gets to Jamaica with 2025, it will be considered expired
Oh, okay. So when you get food donations, you're going to give them to the food pantries, which is right on time
because of SNAP.
because people are going to be without food November
Correct.
1st, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So
Yeah.
so so we're mindful of that, and so we literally are going to go through everything to just make sure whatever we have is within that 6 month um expiration date. So by the time, we don't want anything close to expiring. Even January 2025 26 would be pushing it. So
Hmm.
all of those items, because people are not paying attention when they're picking up stuff, they're giving you stuff because the hard, but we have to be very mindful on our end now. We have to now say, okay, we're going to go through, we're going to make sure. So anything that has up to January, I think, because I think it's a 6 months window
Hmm.
from when we ship it. So we are counting from when we know we want to ship. So we want to ship in December. Then it's going to take about 2 weeks. So it's going to take like a month before it gets cleared. Then we start from January to like August.
Okay. So tell me some of the things that you want to collect, that you want people to donate, and money is good too.
Money is good. So the funds can be donated to the website, jacknewhaven.org. Let me get my list. So some of the things are feminine hygiene products,
Oh, because we
diapers.
never think about that kind of stuff. So this is good.
So, guys, think about the ladies. Diapers for young and old. Non-perishable canned items such like, like tuna and sardines, the beans, peas, lentils, because those can last and have, shelf life. Paper towels, toilet tissue, rice. So rice, and I put 5 pound bags of rice, and the reason for that is, someone told me yesterday they're going to get me a 50-pound bag of rice. If you give me a 50-pound bag of rice, that means we now have to share it. So a 5 pound bag of rice is much better, because now you can just pick up a bag of rice and give it to a family,
Right.
right?
Right.
So it's easier. So I'm gonna call her and say, "Girl, thank you for the 50-pound bag, but you gonna have to break that down for me, please, and thank you." Right? Pasta, right? Flashlight, batteries, handheld tools, tarp, water purifying tablets. That's just some of the things that we're asking. But I also believe in whatever, however, we will.
So how did you come up with the list, Kay? Like, how do you know what to ask for?
Well, in all normal circumstances, you would need canned goods, because some people may not have access to a stove.
Hmm.
So you got to think like, okay, if I don't have access to, even dealing with the homeless population, right? Here, when we do outreach and we're doing those things, it's always things I've always, and we have always, if when we do the Martin Luther King food drive for the pantry on Women of the Village pantry.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
so Jack has always just done protein, because we believe that not everybody has access to stove or refrigerator. So you want something that if you open it up, you can just go ahead and eat it and you can be nourished. But then there's also a running list on the Jamaican websites too.
Oh, good, good,
So
good,
yeah.
good.
So there's, I mean, there's really and truly, they have done an amazing job in telling us what it is that we need. Like raincoats and all of those things. But those things we're not touching, right? So we're touching the things that I think would go and make it easier for a family, even just for a little while.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. So you have to coordinate getting all this stuff there,
Yes.
and then get it to some people on the ground so they can
Browns,
distribute
so
it.
they can distribute. Yes.
But you already have connections to people, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All
So
right.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Jamaican American connect. Let me
I
stop.
love it. No,
Connection.
listen. So how often are you talking to people in Jamaica? Because the storm is done now, right?
The
Like, is
storm
it
is
just
done.
okay? So
It
now
is
they're all about
past.
cleaning up.
Cleaning up and rebuilding. I think schools are gonna. Some schools, not all schools. I think some schools in the areas that are not affected is going to start on restart on Monday. You know, it's going to take a lot, right? So even rebuilding, it's kind of like there's no power, so you have no access to money because like the ATM or the banks. Um, it's going to take a while for some people. Some people who have resources, it may not take as long. But for the areas that is really, really, really affected, like my son went to Monroe College. Girl, Monroe College was like, it's on a high on a mountain, right? That is like empty, like wiped out some of the buildings, and that's a very old school. Zinc roof and all of that. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna take a while.
It'll take a while. And
Mhm.
I would imagine that they want to get tourism up and running as quickly as possible to infuse
So,
the country with
yeah,
some money.
yeah, but Montego Bay got hit. The airport is
I saw that
the
that
airport
that
got hit.
yeah, like it's not open.
It's not open. Kingston is. I think in Montego Bay they allowed relief planes to come in yesterday. Started yesterday, so I don't know. I think I heard that they're gonna start flying back and forth because people who live on the island is stuck in other countries
Oh,
because people were doing their businesses,
yeah,
or vacationing, and a couple of my friends, they're stuck in Miami. They've been in Miami because they couldn't get out.
that's got to be very challenging to not be able to get home
Right.
and to assess what you need to do for your property and your family, and you know that's got
Yeah.
to be very difficult.
Yes, when I talked to my girlfriend yesterday, she was just like, her she just needs to go because her daughter just had a baby like a couple weeks before the storm, and she needs to be there. Because grandmothers, they just think that the mothers won't be able to do anything without them. So it's just a lot of moving parts, right? The emotions, a couple of members of our organization, they still haven't heard from their family members. Some of them who have homes there, homes got destroyed. Some just lose their roof. So it's just so much, and so much people are hurting, and so much people are, and we're coming up to Christmas, and then you have losses on top of losses. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Delise Robertson is a member of our organization, and last night she put a post in our group chat just saying, "Listen, I'm here if anyone needs to speak to me." So I thought that was very kind.
Yes, Dr. Delise Robinson is a
Becca.
psychologist.
She's a yeah, but yeah, she's a psychiatrist, and then they have their
Well, I want people to know that she is trained to talk to people for mental health issues.
Thank you for that.
Like, listen, I can talk to people too, Kay, but I'm not a therapist. So,
Yeah, she's a
you know
therapist.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but she's made herself available to the members of our organization, and I thought that was That was really nice.
People are going to help where they can. So
Where they
how long are you
can.
going to take donations? Do you have a timeline?
Yes. So like the 20th of November, because U-Haul gave us space for free space for a
Oh,
month.
great.
Hmm.
To store things?
To store things. Yes. And what was Impact Securities out of Sandy Hook? They sent us 20 barrels.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the community has come together, girl.
I'm so glad, Kay. Because this
Yeah.
is such a climate of
Yeah.
anti support. So it's good to see that people are like, listen, this is
I'm
a
here.
human story. This is a human condition.
Yes. And we're all interconnected.
We are very much interconnected. What happens in Jamaica happens anywhere, everywhere, and
Hmm.
we gotta pull together in spite of a hostile government
Hmm.
that that has a different vibe about this.
Girl, we are definitely our brothers and sisters keeper.
Yeah. So, all right. So people can drop by Schubert Theater
Hmm.
Monday every day from 12 to 4, I think.
Yes.
And I saw Azaria manning it over there.
Girl.
Azaria Samuels over there. Possible Futures Bookstore on the corner of Hotchkiss and Edgewood.
Yeah, Bloom.
Lauren Anderson.
Yes. The new honorary Jamaican, by the
The
way.
new
For
honorary Jamaican.
2025 honorary Jamaican.
That's it. That's it. The
Yes.
2025 honorary Jamaican. Bloom over there, Alicia Crutchfield. Uh, that's a great space to go and drop off stuff. The African American Society in Hamden.
Hmm. On
That's a great
Manila
place.
Road.
Yes. Where
Hamden
else did
Town
you?
Hall.
The Hamden Town Hall. I bet you that's Karima Mickens' handiwork. I knew she had something to do with that. Always thinking
Yes.
about community.
Always
Uh,
thinking about community.
always
That's
thinking
our
about
town,
community.
Kirk. Listen, I ain't gonna say nothing. Like, I will say Hamden was like, girl, what you need? We here. So yes.
I was at Possible Futures yesterday. People were walking in, Kay, putting bags down, and the news people were there. So people are really like, how can I help? How can I
How
help?
yes.
And
And
people
we
are people who know that their SNAP benefits are going to end are coming through saying, listen, this is bigger than my situation.
yes. Yes.
That's for me, that says a lot,
It
that
says a
people are
lot.
like, I'm facing some hardship, but
But
let me this is a bigger issue.
and I think that's what it is, right? So when you have nothing and from your nothing, you're still giving something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that in itself is so powerful. And it just shows you that regardless of what, we can really and truly be there for each other as a people. Because it just shows that, the humanity
And if
we,
people
we,
want to give money,
they,
tell them where to give money to. They go where jacknewhaven.org.
newhaven.org.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are a 501c3 organization. Um, you can go to our website and you can make a donation as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take
So
money on
mhm.
non-perishables, all the things that you think you would need, um, uh,
Yeah.
feminine hygiene products, paper towels, toilet paper, all the things that you would need.
That you would need. And again, we have drop off points in New Haven, Bridgeport, Hamden, Stamford, Torrington.
And you're
And
gonna update your website all the time so that
yes,
people know all
yes,
the sites.
there's a list about to be posted.
Okay. Okay.
And I will say that the Jamaican West Indian community in Hartford, they're doing a phenomenal job as well.
Hmm.
They're covering all the areas there, Windsor, West Hartford, East Hartford. So they're doing a phenomenal job as well. I will say Connecticut, the West Indian people and just the people of Connecticut is like, yeah, we doing this.
Well, it's got to make you feel good, Kay. Like this has got to. I mean, I know you feel good all the time, and community supports what you do. But in times of real need like this, it's
Yeah.
good to know that you don't have to beg. You're not begging.
Mm-mm. I never got a chance to do that.
I just feel so warm that my fellow citizens are stepping up without having to be asked. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
instinctive. Like, what can I do to help?
Yeah. It's if you had lost any faith in mankind, this really showed you like, mm-mm, this is it. We are together as a people.
I
You don't
love
have
that.
to. You don't have to. You don't have to like me personally, but as a community, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like there's so many people who have gone to Jamaica for the sun, rum, and fun, right?
Yeah. Raising my hand high.
Right. But for us, Jamaica is home, and so to see how people are caring for us, it's
Hmm.
really overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Well, listen, you are welcome to come back here
Yes, ma'am.
on the regular so that so we can continue to support, so we can get the word out to people and communities. So feel free to make this your home away from home. Your I'm an honorary Jamaican, so
The very first one.
this is it for
You
you.
and Pamela Washington.
Yeah, I'm the first one, and I take that role very seriously. So feel free to come. Just you all gotta do is like Baz, all right, I gotta talk about this. And I will open the floodgates for you. You can do whatever you want to do.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And
All right.
Harry said he's a Taino Jamaican.
That works. Welcome to the to the club, Harry.
All right, Harry, make your donation. Run some beans by some rice.
Thank you, Babs. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Kay. I will see you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Right.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, listening audience. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye, Babs.
Bye, baby. Have a good day. See you later.
You too. Bye.